Welcome back to our weekly walkthrough where we bring the above, below, and talk about the transits you should know. So this is your weekly cocktail of tarot and astrology to help you get through the week. But my dudes and dears, it's rough out there. It is. So we're going to go a little bit slower this week. We're going to do things a little bit more in the diviner fashion, not just your weather report, but slow it down. Like, there's a lot to take in. I'm going to skip some of the lunar transits and we're really just going to focus. But to start, just take a breath. We're here. We're still here. And we're doing our best. On Moon Day, I will acknowledge that because it's Moon Day, we have a Gemini moon and some early morning transits for those of you who are probably not going to see this until later. They'll already have passed. But it may just be kind of weird sleep, weird dreams, especially because we have the sun applying to a square with Neptune right after the square with Saturn. And this is from Cancer into Aries, and it is our crunch zone. Everything entering into Cancer is going to run into Aries and Saturn, and it's not the best. For that, what I want us to remember is that we have some really beautiful, glorious help. We have Venus in Taurus. We have Jupiter in Cancer. Our benefics are still there for us to draw and to work with, to consult, to petition. So come back to that. Come back to the essentials. Come back to the basics. Come back to the earth. And feel free to ask, like, WTF, what do I need to do to make this work in a world that doesn't seem to want things to work, that doesn't seem to want harmony? How can we create it when they won't? We move from Monday to Tuesday, and we get Mercury square Chiron at 1:16 a.m. Mountain Time. So again, really early in the morning for a lot of us. And this can just be that moment of doubt, that moment of questioning, that moment of the words landing the wrong way. So definitely Monday night, maybe skip the news cycle, maybe skip things before bed that are going to make it harder. Don't have the difficult conversation unless you need to. And really question and scrutinize what need is. Because we're also going to have the moon square the North Node and from Gemini. And so there's a tension early in the day. And that's at 8:14 a.m. Mountain Time. But then right after that, we get the Jupiter Cazimi, the start of a new Jupiter cycle. Jupiter in Cancer, at the heart of the Cancer sun, and this purification process, this clarity. Like, a lot of people are going to use this as an election to put things out, so don't be surprised if you see your astrologers putting some content out, announcing new things. But really, it's about asking yourself, like, where is the wisdom of this moment? What does it mean to feel safe? What does it mean to take in people's different perspectives? Because it is still ruled by that Gemini moon. And that Gemini moon, in turn, has mutual reception with Mercury. So we have this nice little feedback where they're trying to figure out, like, what do we need to communicate to bring things back together? And on Tuesday, we have Sunrise, which is an alternate sun card. And it's about doing something with that joy. It's about doing something with that sun energy and really pushing it forward. Let it come to you. Let it come from you. So we move into a Cancer moon that night, which I will note because she is hosting Jupiter. And so that's at 9:03 p.m. And that's the start of our new moon window, which goes exact the next day. Now, of course, remember what I said, anything that enters Cancer has to get in a fight with everything in Aries. And that's Saturn and Neptune, so late in the night, right after midnight to 1 a.m., we're dealing with some of that friction. For those of you who are up really late at 3:33 a.m. Mountain Time, we will have the Moon-Jupiter conjunction, which is kind of cute and sweet, especially right after the Sun-Jupiter Cazimi, which is just a fancy way of saying conjunction with the sun. And then we move into our proper new moon at 4:31 a.m., followed by at 5:16 a.m., the moon sextiles Mars. And I'm bringing that up because, again, it's new moon day. And this is all because I said I wasn't going to talk about the moon, and now it's just a lunar heavy week. That's what happens when I say I'm not going to do something. But I want you to plant seeds. I want you to plant deep seeds. I want you to plant seeds that you're thinking about like the year. Because with Jupiter so close and co-present in this lunation, even though, yeah, there's friction, there's problems, there's the squares, there's issues, but that's life. There are issues in life. So what are you going to make from it? What do you really want from it? What are you going to do with it? And with that, we have the moon reversed, which can often be a moment of unveiling, of finding clarity in something. And particularly with all the Neptunian Saturn conjunction fog, I think there is something here to see. I think this week is going to reveal priorities. It's going to reveal what matters. It's going to reveal who matters. And really prepare yourself. Like, this is about putting in the intentions that you're willing to work for over the next 6 months in particular, until the Cancer full moon, to see what you want. Like, where is the Cancer area in your chart? Where are you planting the seeds? Zoom in on that. Thursday, we have a lot of action. We have Mercury sextile Uranus early in the morning. Then we have the Sun sextile Mars. We have Venus sextile the North Node. The Moon also trines the North Node and sextiles Venus. Then Mercury moves over into Leo. Thursday feels busy. It feels like a lot. It feels fast-paced. It feels like you got something to do, somewhere to be, and you need the right tools for the right job. It also feels like, on a larger scale, I may not like the headlines, but we're going to zoom in and focus on our stuff. So figure out what your tools are, figure out where you want to go, and make sure that you have everything in advance of that, because the timetables may move pretty quickly. Like, everyone may just kind of want to get a trot on. So really pay attention to that. And also make sure you're well rested. With the new moon, use that to rest so that you have the energy to do what you want to do on Thursday. Moving over into Friday, we're mostly looking at lunar transits with our Leo moon, and some fiery ones at that, some frisky ones. But we do have the newly ingressed Mercury in Leo trine Saturn at 9:52 p.m. Mountain Time. And so with that, this is really checking in with, like, what is motivating you to build things? What is motivating, like, the Mercury is the messenger of the sun. So first of all, where is the sun in your chart? What is being communicated about that Leoan region in your chart that is ruled by your sun, that Saturn is asking you, like, what's the deal here? Are we breaking it? Are we making it? Are we building it? Like, what's going on? And really give yourself some space to reflect about that in the evening. It is another kind of faster paced day, and with the World card reversed, you may find there's some stuff that has not been finished, that is not properly complete, and that may feel a little perilous if you keep neglecting it. So really pay attention to where that story is at, and pay attention to Saturn, because he has something to say. On Saturday, we have Mercury trine Neptune. Same picture, because Neptune and Saturn are super close together. This may be a little bit more confusing, and because it happens at 5:58 a.m., a lot of you may just get some weird dream messages right at the end. But you can also do it spiritually. You can also journal, meditate, really reflect on what the collective is moving towards, because that's one of the significations of Neptune. And we have the Lovers reversed. This brings in, like, where we are at odds with the collective, and where the collective is at odds with those in power, because Leo is one of our leadership signs. So, and we have another uprooted tree. Where are partnerships breaking down right now, and what can you do to remedy that? Finally, on Sunday, Queen of Vessels. we are divining, we're going deeper, and we have the Mercury-Pluto opposition, which is very truth to power. So let me know what you think about this. It's a deeper week.